Hello everyone. Today we are going to see how to plot histograms and pie chart in R software. So you should know first of all what is meant by basic data frame in R and basic statistical concepts like what is meant by histogram, what is meant by pie chart. Basically histogram is a visual representation of distribution of data set. It is used to plot relative frequency of score occurrences in a continuous dataset versus midpoint of class interval. So use of histogram, scatter plot, even pie chart is for the understanding of dataset in more detail, and the pictorial representation helps us to understand the given data frame more easily. So we will use data frame, namely movies data.csv and myplots.r script file that I have prepared to understand these concepts. So in this lecture, we will see how to plot histograms and pie chart. Then we will see how to plot bar chart and scatter plot. And later, the third part of this lecture is the ggplot2 package, which was created by Hardley and Wickham in 2005, so which is a powerful graphics language for creating elegant and complex plots. So let me start with R. So I'm just opening the R window, R Studio on my desktop. So let me first share my screen. I hope the screen is visible. So this is basic R Studio window that I have opened on my desktop. Let me clear everything from R Studio. Let me close our script files. So all these four windows are seen. With a broom, I have cleared everything from RStudio. Okay, so now let us start with the plotting of histogram and pie chart. For that, I will open the script file that I have already created on my desktop. So let me open the script file from my R project, which is having a name, my plots. My plots is opened on my RStudio. So these are all the commands. So let me just first go to the files and plot windows. Here we will first of all choose the folder that we want to set as the current working directory. Otherwise it will not work for the script file that I have opened in the RStudio. So let me just open my R project, and then this tutorial 15 I will open, and I will make it as, or I will set it as the current working directory. Okay, so from this folder, namely tutorial 15, this myplots.r is opened in RStudio source window. So now to clear Arc workspace, we will compile this command rm inside the round bracket list is equal to ls open bracket empty bracket. So let me just go to that line and I will press Control Enter. When I press Control Enter, it means that we have cleared our workspace. Now we will declare a variable to read and store the data frame whose name is movies data. So movies data is by default data frame that is there inside RStudio. There are many other data frames are there inside this RStudio, so out of which we have chosen movies capital D data movies data.csv file. So I will read this by default .csv file that is there inside RStudio with the name movies. Okay, so we will give simple variable name to this data frame that is already there inside RStudio. So the by default variable name, by default data frame is movies data.csv, and I will give the variable name which is of my choice, namely movies, movies. So let us read the CSV file with this command. So for the time being, I just want to take the pointer from the software. So let me choose the pointer. At the same time, I will go to RStudio, and I'm just showing you this command. So this command is to declare a variable name to the given by default data frame that is there inside RStudio. So this is movies data.csv which is there, and we are giving the variable name movies. You can give any other name also. So let me just go to that command, press Ctrl Enter. Now we have read the file movies data with a variable name movies. Now in this environment window, you can see it is showing the details of that particular data frame whose name we have given as movies. It is having 600 observations of 31 variables. So now let us go to the next command. Now we have to see the content of this data frame, but we have given the variable name movies. So the command for that is capital VIW view movies. So I'm here. So I'm compiling this command. So let me just first go to that command. We'll press Control Enter. So once I press Control Enter, now one can see here the here in source file we can see the contents of the data frame, namely movies, that is having 31 variables, okay, and 600 observations. So it's a big file which is in the form of data frame. Okay, so now let me again go to myplots.r. Now we have to view the dimension of this data frame. For that the command is dim, and inside the round bracket you will insert the variable name that you have given to this data frame. So let's compile this command. So when I run this command by pressing Control Enter, by going to that statement, you can see now in this console 600 into 31 is the dimension. Okay, now we have to plot the histograms. So let me just first go to the data frame movies. Now here in this data frame, let me maximize the source window. Now in this data frame, one can see the column names. The first column is capital X, then title, title type, genre, runtime, MPAA rating, studio, then theater rel year, THDR rel month, rel day, DVD rel year, DVD rel month. All these are the column names. Okay, so out of which the one column name is critics rating. So you can see this column whose name is critics rating. Now let me just go to this myplots.r, which is our script file that I already created, where the commands I have already written just to save the time. And we are going to plot the histogram of the entries in the column name runtime. So if you go to movies again, there is runtime. There is a column whose name is runtime. So yeah, so it is here. So runtime is here. So we are going to plot the histogram for this, for these observations in the column, namely runtime. Okay, so histogram is a visual representation of distribution of data set, and it will plot relative frequency of the score that is there inside runtime column versus the midpoint of the class interval. So class interval, so that command will do everything basically. The command is will start with hist, and inside this movies data frame dollar runtime is the column name from where the observations will be chosen and corresponding histogram will be drawn. Now main title is histogram of the distribution that I have given. You can give any other name. X axis have the variable name, x axis have the name or a labeling of x axis is x label, x lab is equal to runtime of movies, and column name is, so you just, let me just run this command which starts with hist. So when I press Control Enter, now you can see in files and plot command. So you can zoom it out to view this histogram. So when you press on zoom in, which is there in files and plots window, uh, title bar, the histogram of runtime of movies versus frequency is plotted with orange color. So the blocks we have colored with orange. Okay, so that is there in the command. Now suppose we have to draw the pie chart. So pie chart is a circular chart divided into wedge like sector illustrating proportion. Total pi is equal to 100. So suppose I have to plot the pie chart for the column the critics rating. So first of all we need to find out the variable frequency. Now let me go to just data frame namely movies, which is a variable name given by us, and we will just try to find out this column, the critics rating over there. So you can see critics rating column is there inside this um, data frame, which is here. So critics rating is having how many variables? Let us first of all observe. So in critics rating, there are, I think, three variables. The first variable is rotten, second is certified fresh, and third is fresh. Rotten, fresh, and certified fresh. Rotten, fresh, and certified fresh. Okay, so how many variables are there in this critics rating? There are three variables, namely rotten, certified fresh, and fresh. So we have to count the frequency of all these three variables. Now the question is how to find out the variable frequency. For that, the command starting with table table is used. Okay, so after that we will plot the frequency which divides the circular chart into wedge like sector. So let me just go to my plots here. For drawing a pie chart, you have to first of all find out the frequency. So to that I will give the variable name count. So table is the command which will calculate the frequency of all the variables that are appearing in critics rating. There are three variables just now we have observed. So let me just compile this command. So let me just go to line number 16, press Control Enter. Okay, then the count variable will save the frequencies of all these three variables that are appearing in critics rating. Then we have to view the count. So count is a variable name that I have given for calculating the table of frequencies of variables appearing in critics rating. So if I say view count, it will show you the three variables and the corresponding frequencies of those three variables, namely fresh, rotten, and certified fresh. So let me just press Control Enter. Now I hope everybody can see the table which gives you all those three variables: certified fresh, fresh, rotten, and the second column represents the frequency. And with respect to these three variables and their frequencies, the pie chart will be drawn. Okay, so let me go to again myplots.r. Then we will say the command is pie of that table of frequencies and corresponding variables that just now we have observed. So the name that I have given for the table of frequencies and variables is count. So we'll say pi of that table of frequencies and variables, namely count. Here you can give any other variable name for that table of frequencies along with the variables. So pi count, let me press Control Enter. So here in files and plot command, the files and plot window, you can see the pie diagram is drawn. So this is how to draw the pie diagram for the corresponding column and the corresponding variables, how to calculate the frequencies that I have shown you. Now, how to save the file, how to save the image file. Say for example, suppose I have to save this pie chart, then we have to click on export and then we will save as the image or save as a PDF. Okay, So this is all about how to draw histogram and pie chart. Now we will go towards plotting bar charts and scatter plot. For that I have to change my current working directory because I have stored the commands in some other script file in the folder, namely tutorial 16. So let me just clear everything from the window, and we will start with a fresh uh, yeah. So let me just clear everything. So now the R Studio is totally blank in all those four windows that are appearing in R Studio. Now we will first go to Files and Plots window. After that, I will choose the folder, namely from my R project. Sorry, not from here. I will go to my R project and then tutorial number 16. And I will set it as my current working directory. Okay, now tutorial 16 has been set as the current working directory. Now let us open the R script file, .r file, whose name is barplots and scatterplot underscore assignment.r. One can see that file here in files and plot window. Okay, so the script file, it has been opened in the source window. Now let us clear Arc workspace first. So let's just compile the commands that are already written one by one. Pressing Control Enter will clear Arc's workspace. Now we'll declare a variable to store. First of all, we will store movies data.csv file with movies, which we have already done in the previous assignment of drawing histogram and pie chart. So it's a kind of repetition. Control Enter. Now we'll see the contents of the .csv file whose variable name is movies. So we'll say view movies. Control Enter. When I say, it will show you all the um, contents of your .csv file. Dimension, how to see, we have already done. 600 into 31. Now I have to extract only first 10 movies. There are 600 movies because dimension is 600 into 31. Okay, but I need to extract first 10 movies only. Then I will call that sub data frame, or the subset of the data frame of first 10 movies, as movies sub. So movies sub, movies sub, is a variable name given by me for the data frame in which first 10 movies are extracted from the original data frame whose name was movies. So the command is here, that I will say movies sub um, is equal to movies inside the square bracket 1 colon 10 and comma. Okay, so that's the command. So if I press Control Enter, then it will extract the first 10 movies only. Suppose you have to view that the file of extracted 10 movies, first 10 movies from the given data set, then we will say view movies sub. So let me compile. So now one can see all columns are appearing, but there are only 10 movies. So I hope one can see the table ended at 10. So we extracted first 10 movies only, and we have given the variable name movies sub to that. Now we have to draw the bar plot for movies sub and for the critic score of the corresponding 10 movies. So you will be having 10 bars. Okay. So if there are 600 rows, then it will be difficult to draw the bar plot. It will be beyond the dimension of this files and plot window. It will show you an error, or otherwise it will show you very small bars which you cannot distinguish. So we have extracted 10 movies, and now we are drawing the bar plot of those 10 movies only for their critic score. So the command is barplot bar plot from movies sub for the critic score. Let me press Control Enter. Now I hope one can see these bars. If I say zoom, you can see this bar plot. So this is bar plot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for 10 movies and for their corresponding critics scores. So we have actually we have taken a limited number of movies and we have drawn their bar charts, and it's for the it's a controlling parameter, you can say, because otherwise the bar number of bars on x-axis will be 600 and we cannot visualize it properly inside R. Yeah, and last command is on line number 15, and that is to draw the scatter plot of two variables. The first is IMDb underscore rating for the corresponding movies, and the y variable, the other variable is audience underscore for from the movies. So IMDb rating and audience score we will plot versus each other, and we will draw the scatter plot of this x variable, namely IMDb rating, and the y variable, namely audience score from movies. So the command for drawing scatter plot is plot plot. So let me compile this command, which is on line number 15. So if I say control enter, now you can see the scatter plot, it has been drawn inside the files and plot command. You can zoom it to visualize it properly. From scatter plot, you can observe or you can realize whether there exists a simple linear relation between the x variable and y variable or not. Suppose data is too much scattered, there is no linear relationship between them. But if it is directed towards positive direction or the negative direction, or I mean to say is if it is having or showing a positive slopy direction or a negative slopy direction, we can say there exists a linear relationship between the corresponding two variables we have plotted on x and y axis, and we can do the curve fitting by using regression analysis that you must have studied in the statistic probability and statistic for engineers course. So that's the use of scatter plot. Okay, so from here, from the scatter plot, basically we can see there exists a relation, because after a certain stage from IMDb rating say as x is equal to 5, there seems to have a relationship between IMDb rating and audience score. So you can change the variable names from the given data frame. So this time I have taken IMDb rating and audience score. Next time you can plot critic score versus DVD rail air, or any two variables, any two column variables you can take. You can plot them versus one variable versus the another variable, and you can see how the scatter plot its nature is predicted in the plot, and depending upon that you can realize whether there exists a relation. So you may be able to conclude whether the simple linear regression is possible for these two variables or not. Yes, so this is all about drawing uh, scatter plot and bar plot for the given data frame and the corresponding variables from the columns we have chosen. Now we will see one important package, namely ggplot2, which was created by Hadley and Wickham in 2005. It offers a powerful graphics language for creating elegant and complex plots. Okay, so at the top of script file, if you have to any other package also, or any other package also, if you are using the facilities given by that particular package, suppose you have to use it in R, at the top of script file, you need to insert the command library inside the round bracket, the name of the package. So I will insert library inside the round bracket ggplot2. Okay, so ggplot2 is the package that I'll be using for the pictorial representation of the given data set, and it enhances the pictorial representation of the dataset. So ggplot2 package is very much useful while enhancing the representation of the pictorial representation of histogram, bar plot, scatter diagram, whatever it is. Depending upon the scales also, it will be able to draw or visualize it very easily. So let us see how to use this ggplot2 package. So let us close all the files, and let me just open the folder where I have saved or all the commands related with the package ggplot2. So now I have cleared everything from RStudio. So now let me just go to the files window. From here I will change the current working directory. So if I go to desktop, I will choose the folder name, namely tutorial number 17. Okay. So now in tutorial 17, let us just a minute. Let me go to the desktop. Yeah, so this folder basically I want to set as my current working directory. So let me just go to the desktop. Under R spoken tutorial, under my R project, let me choose that folder, namely tutorial 17. Let me open. If I say open this tutorial 17, you can see in files and plot commands and the contents of that folder tutorial 17. But still I have not set it as a current working directly. So let me just do that. Now this tutorial 17, it has been set as my current working directory. Now I can work on the script files which are saved inside this folder just to save the time. So let us open this R script file, namely ggplot.r, but it is not of overuse. Let me close this. Let me go to assignment. I think here I have saved the commands related with ggplot2 package. Now we can see that at the top on very first line inside the script window, inside the script file, the very first line is library inside the round bracket ggplot2. So let me compile this first. So is in other words, by this command, we are calling that package ggplot2 on R. Okay. So that we can use all the facilities that are available inside this plot. Rm inside the round bracket list is equal to ls empty round bracket will clear everything from your script file. So let me just clear workspace. Control enter when I say it will clear your workspace. View empty cars. Now I'm not using mm, movies data movies data.csv file right now. I'm using empty cars.csv file, which is also by default saved inside this RStudio. So you can see now I am using another data frame, namely empty cars. Okay, so mpg, cyl, hp, drt. So all those variables with respect to empty cars data frame, with the numerical values are recorded values are there. Okay, so if you have to see the dimension for this, you can insert that command dim inside the round bracket empty cars, so that you can see how many variables and how many columns and how many rows are. Write.csv empty cars comma new empty cars .csv. This command write.csv will write everything that is there from the data frame empty cars with the name new empty cars.csv. Okay, so let me just compile. So all these commands we have already seen in previous lectures on R. So I have written empty cars with another variable name new empty cars.csv file. Now I will give the variable name car data, and I will read .csv file, namely new mdcars.csv, and later we will view the contents of this new variable name that I have given to this data frame new mdcars. So let me press Ctrl Enter, and if I say view, it will show you again the contents of car data. Now car data is your variable name which you will be using while plotting with ggplot2 whatever is there, histogram, bar plot and scatter plot. Okay. Now str inside the round bracket car data, what it will do, it will show you the structure of this data frame. Str is standing from structure. Str of car data means structure of this data frame will be shown to you. Okay, so let me press Ctrl Enter. So now you can see in this console you can see the structure of this data frame. It is having 32 rows and 12 variables. X represents a character kind of variable, numerical, integer, numerical, and so on. Okay, so the structure of this data frame can be seen using the command str inside the round bracket char data. Now plot. So when I use the command plot, plot, x is equal to char data. So from char data you use this variable mpg and the figures from the column, namely wt, from the data frame char data. So it will give you the scatter plot, right? So plot command will give you the scatter plot of these two variables which are chosen from the given data frame. So you can see now in files and plot window, when I compile this plot command line, I observed that there is a scatter plot that is appearing in the given files and plot command. If I zoom it, it looks like this. So mpg versus wt we have plotted in the inside this scatter plot. Now using ggplot2, what you can do is the same variables, namely mpg and wt, you can plot versus each other, and of course that is also a scatter plot, but with the scaling and the point form of those empty round points that were appearing in simple plot command. So we will say ggplot instead of just plot, and then geom underscore point. So can you see this geom underscore point? So it will give you the point form of those scatter plots that are appearing in the two-dimensional plane. And for which variables we are doing it? For mpg and wt. X is equal to mpg and y is equal to wt. AES means aesthetic mapping, aesthetic plot, and data used to take these two variables mpg and wt is from char data. Okay, so first of all you have to specify your .csv file, or whatever variable name that you have given to that .csv file. Then you have to do the aesthetic mapping of these two variables, plus you have to add the uh, points, darken points. So let us compile this line number 13. So when I compile this line number 13, press Ctrl Enter, one can see in files and plot command this kind of scatter plot you will get it. So it's with scaling and in a point form of those hollow dots that were appearing it. And one can see x-axis and y-axis name, it has been also changed to simple mpg and wt, which is quite what you can say good to look for the scatter plot. So the scatter plot now is enhanced scatter plot that we have done using ggplot2 package. Let us close. Now similarly, you can draw the bar diagram for a particular variable. For wt we have plotted the bar diagram. So geom underscore bar inside a round bracket from the corresponding char data frame with ggplot2 package. So let's compile this command. So ggplot2, now we are drawing bar diagram, press Ctrl Enter. When I press Ctrl Enter, one can see WT versus its count, its bar plot, it has been drawn. Let me zoom it out. So these are all the bars that are appearing over here. So this is how to draw the bar plot using ggplot package. Similarly, box plot also you can draw, which is on line number 17. Let us compile, Control Enter. Now you can see the box plot, it has been drawn for MPG. Okay, and the last but not the least is drawing the histogram of MPG. Okay, so first of all specify your data frame. Your data frame is char data. Mapping is aesthetic for the variable MPG plus GOM underscore histogram. When I say it will draw a histogram using ggplot2 package. So let's compile line number 19 command, Control Enter. When I say I have the histogram of MPG that is appearing in files and plot window. Let's zoom it out. So the histogram looks like this. So this is all about the pictorial representations, or you can say data visualizations in RStudio. So similarly, you can have an assignment based on these topics. So first you can have the assignment like read the file namely moviesdata.csv, create the histogram of the object named imdb underscore num underscore votas votes. Then next assignment that you can do is creating pie chart of mpaa underscore rating and save all above plots. Similarly, you can create a bar chart of critic score for first 10 movies, create the scatter plot for IMDb rating and IMDb underscore num underscore votes, and see the relation between them and save both the plots. And all these things you can do with the package ggplot2, and you can enhance the representation, pictorial representation of your plots. Okay, so here we will stop. If you have any question, you can write in the message window that will appear below the video. Thank you.